All right. Well, good morning if you guys are catching the stream. Appreciate you being here. Let's go through the list. Let's see what all's on here. So today, going to be going through NVIDIA, NEO, Square, SPY, Apple, Baba, Coin, and Mara for the list. Yesterday's list involved Apple, NVIDIA, Walgreens, Square, SPY, and then I did Tesla scalps also. So we'll go through those lists of those tickers here. NVIDIA sitting pretty right in between the pre-market range. Kind of popped up a little, dropped down, back in the middle of where it's at. That's not a bad one. NEO not looking bad, kind of in between the range. It's perfect. Square, kind of in the range, also perfect. It's good because we have tons of levels everywhere. SPY, I think I need to adjust a little. Yeah, I got too many lines. Oh, okay, I see why I have so many now. Never mind, I'll leave those. Either way, though, this line needs to be edited. About right there. Previous day open is what I'm marking right there. Previous day close is about right here, which is about where price is actually sitting on top of. So this is actually a good sign for the bulls. The fact that they're trying to start higher than this and this, it's a pretty good sign for SPY. Overall, though, again, pull yourself out to the bigger time frames. The biggest probability for the market going into today is a buyer reaction up to at least the midway point of the previous day candle, so around those three lines. So if you see a buy reaction, target around that area. If you see a just range trade day, expect it to be between those three lines and the support of today's low. So you most likely see it kind of just range trade between there. So those are the two highest probability situations in my opinion. If bears are going to take control, they need to take previous day low. Yeah, this candle's low. So we'll be seeing what's going to go on today, but overall, we'll have the levels and everything set. There's SPY, Apple, perfectly in range. Awesome. That'll be easy for the list. Baba also in range. We'll add some pre-market levels, a couple of smaller time frame levels. And again, on all these charts, they're already charted. But if you go to the far left of any of them and go over to where I'm marking these emerging candles, you'll see I am marking areas of price history. So I can, at any time anybody asks, I can go over to where I'm actually looking for these charts. And you can ask, where did you get that level? And I can show you exactly where and why. That's the best part about the TA routine. So there's Baba, Coin, and Mara. And then one last thing to touch before we start making the list is that NASDAQ successfully held the golden pocket. So if you go from the low right here of this move here before we moved higher and you go to where we stopped, basically you're just getting the rally. You're just getting information on the rally. So from the rally, price retraced, hit the orange line, which is the halfway of saying, a fancy way of saying the control point, the halfway point. And then it came down to the golden pocket. This is where a lot of algo buyers end up popping up. Big money, people who are looking to go long again for at least a short-term reversal. So we're not saying NASDAQ is going to hold this and go to the moon and break new all-time highs. We're just saying if they hold this, it gives them a good chance to begin buying or building a base here again. So don't be surprised to see a bunch of kind of wacky trading the next few days. As long as they hold this area with a body, this should be support to continue higher. So keep that on watch as you're watching tech over the next couple weeks. But let's make the list. Alright, so NVIDIA. And I'll bring the list over to the screen to the stream screen when I'm done. Just trying to get through it. And yeah, welcome if you guys are in stream. I didn't catch you guys while you were joining. Please leave a like on the stream. It does help the channel. We'll say above 221. Stop loss at, let me move this. You could say 219.60 is the stop loss if you really want to, for the 221 break. If you want to make it a little tighter, you can make it about this high right here. And I say this high because it also kind of lines up with this low before breaking. So if you want to, you could set it at 220.17. But I think I'm going to set it at 219.65 just to show people that is probably the better stop loss. We'll say 222 is our first target. 223.65. What's this right here? So say first target's 222.40 and then 223.65. Below, and this one's a little tricky. So you could do previous day close, you could do pre-market low, you could wait for the bigger time frame level here, which is clearly used as resistance turn resistance, turn support. So very crucial level, not from the bigger time frame, but also from the 5 minutes. So very crucial level here at 215.20. It's tricky. It really is personal preference at that point when you're making these lists. You know, someone who's a little more comfortable with trading will probably choose this level. Set a tight stop loss, possibly even up here if they want. Using this as a first target. So you got to kind of think, what are you more comfortable with? Are you more comfortable with taking this trade as it's breaking the PML, the previous day close, or the more important level here? So, and I say that because you do have to be a little different to trade any of these three. So I'd say this one a trade again. So you need to have a more passive target, a more passive stop loss. So remind yourself of that when you're looking at these different moves. Get all these out of the way. Hopefully that makes sense though. But I'm going to go with probably that 216.35. Yeah, why not? I'm going to say 216.30. Stop loss at. Choose something that makes sense. 217 looks like a good one. Looks a little too close though because it's only 60 cents for Nvidia. That's really not that much room. That'll get stopped out easily. So we'll say 217.25, 217.30, so about $1. If you want to say at that higher level, that'd be better in my opinion, but overall, not that bad. And then the first target, what did we talk about? 215.25 needs to be our first target. Then we can say all the fancy numbers under 214, 213, 212. And yeah, AMD, the numbers will be different, but AMD is also another easy one that you can do that you can use the TA routine method on. It's not that hard at all. Again, morning. If you guys didn't catch the beginning of the stream, you can always go back, watch from there, and then catch up to this. Overall, though, if you guys are in the stream, thank you for being here. Thank you for engaging, and please leave a like on the stream if you can. It does help the channel. But so far, we've only covered the market, just a couple small things, and I've added Nvidia to the list. We're still going to go through a few of these. All right, so NIO. Another awesome one to do. Now, I was going to add this level here, but as you can see, it lines up with this one, so might as well just leave it how it is. So let's just focus on this. So easily, you can see the range is pretty close on both sides right here and here, with good outside targets here. So that could be your initial plan for NIO. But overall, this is what you want to see. You want to see the pre-market trade inside of the previous day. Therefore, you can focus on breaking pre-market, and the outside of the previous day can be your targets. That's kind of what the BB system is intended for when you see an inside of the range day. So make sure you're playing outside of the pre-market for NIO today. Let's remove our drawings. And yeah, NIO is going to be a little bit kind of messy, just because Tesla does have earnings this week. I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow after the market. So going to be very messy for Tesla trading. Implied volatility, it's going to be very, very icky. So expect not the exact same, but I would still expect partially the same for NIO. There's a little bit farther, as you can see, a whole another week later, but still going to mess with them. So if you don't want to have them on your watch list because of that, they do provide days like this where you do get a good move initially, but then it ends up not doing anything. You can see it happen again yesterday. It's most likely going to happen again today. But I'm still going to add it to the list just to have it on there. But I'm going to say above 1955, stop loss at 1940, target 1980/20. And if you want to, you could say /2040 for that very far target as a runner target. And then below, you could say 1895, stop loss at the pre-market low, 1902, target that level below at 1870, 1850, 18. All right, cool. That one wasn't too hard. And even if this doesn't work out, regardless, we know that this range is valid. We can use it again the next day. Same as Square. As you can see, my range, it only kind of partially worked yesterday. After it broke that level here and broke under, it did hit all my levels perfectly. It did come back up, reject, so it did abide by what we said. But overall, you could see it didn't really do a whole lot after that. So again, giving you just a couple opportunities, and the rest of the day wasn't a whole lot. And also remember, guys, learn the buy the dip strat. People who don't know what the buy the dip strat miss out on easy plays like this. This almost happens every single day, and it happens almost on every single stock, especially tech area. So if you look for a base build, and honestly, go to the playlist before you listen to me break it down here. But you look for a base build, you look for a low to be made. Use the levels of importance that we draw in this chat every single day, right? Go to the bigger time frames, get your levels of TA routine, get them all drawn up, and then look at your smaller time frame. It ends up bouncing around this area, kind of around the 116.50s area. I think where it ends up giving you a base build, it ends up sitting on that same support, and look what kind of volume you get as you retake the 9. Rising volume. Look at the volume you get as you retake the 9. Rising volume. From candle to candle. That's accumulation at its finest as it's retaking an important area. Every time you see a rising volume close over the 9 after a base, or after a low has been made, a really good low and a really good base has been made, you can potentially look for this to at least try and reach the halfway point of that day, or opening price. What did they go and hit? If I go circle, whoops. Opening price is way up here, right? And if you go circle the halfway point of the day, at that time, you didn't know how much farther it was. You can see the first area is right here. Let me delete that junk. And you can see the first target ends up hitting after 1-2 types of entries, came through and hit. That would have been a great time to take profit. It hit your next level. It didn't get up to opening price, the ideal target. Normally you want to aim for that. As you can see, we're so extended low, so far extended down from open that they didn't reach that again. So got close, but not quite. But remember, buy the dip strat. Remember to go review that on the channel. We have an entire YouTube playlist. And if you have the Discord, you have this BB Trading Strategies channel. Make sure to scroll through here and go find that. You can see I do have an aggressive buy the dip posted. We have a passive. I have a lot more examples of it with different things. But very, very easy to follow. Alright, so let's get back on track. We got NVIDIA, NIO, Square. I don't think I'm going to add it to the list again, but I wanted to cover it because it is still a really good ticker to look at today. But this would be a really good break below. First target, middle of this range. Better targets are down here. If it ends up breaking this area, you can look over this level here, but you have previous day close to worry about, so you could just wait for the 121.20s. So you kind of have this range today. This is kind of Square's initial range. SPY, we covered this in the stream at the beginning. I don't think I'm going to add it to the list like I did the other day, but I am going to at least keep the levels on there and show it on stream so you guys can be reminded. So big levels to watch for the range today is going to be the kind of resistance that yesterday's high had and the lows that yesterday had. As you can see, since then we've been trading inside of that. You can see opening price is about right here, closing price is about right here. We're kind of in between that right now. So we're really squeezing right now on the overall SPY. Let's go to Apple. Apple's pretty easy. Above. And so that makes me want to edit that level because it rejected. Put it above that high. And you can see there's a clear range on Apple. Above 166.45, below 163.65. I'm just going to type a note next to it because I don't think I'm going to do the normal levels where I do a stop loss and all that. I think I'm just going to type it like this. Clear intraday range above 166.45, below 163.65. So I think I'm just going to leave the open range on it. Buy the dip is your favorite. That's good. Yeah, I wish more people would just go review it. Again, I'm not telling people to go actually trying to find a chart and trade it. But it is amazing to review because it does happen almost every single day. It's pretty crazy. You can see it kind of happened here. But BABA, clear range as well. You can see 91.90s at 95.50s. Coin. Mara. And which one should I do, chat? Should I do Coin or Mara? Which one would you guys prefer for day trading? I'll do either or. But I want to do at least one crypto stock because if you go look at Bitcoin, I didn't say why. If you go look at Bitcoin, and I talked about this yesterday when this candle was red. I'll go find it. So another channel you guys need to utilize more swing ideas. This channel's not signals, but this channel posts tons of extra plays, I guess you could say. With reasoning, we're talking about patterns, EMAs, nothing else. But as you can see yesterday, I posted crypto. When Bitcoin was barely turning green, you can see Mara was still red. And they were producing long-legged candles at support, at a trend line that was already potentially forming, and at supports that we're already aware of. So kind of already giving me that sense of not it's going to go to the moon, but it is potentially giving us a chance that buyers want to go up to the 9, which gives them a chance of pushing higher. So if they can push above the 9 EMA in this recent resistance, they're going to do good. But so far, we are correct on them trying to bounce. They have maintained that candle. They have moved a little bit higher and hit that resistance, but since then, really nothing else. So Sal said Mara, Jerome said Coin. We'll just go ahead and do both. I think for the list, I'll just add whichever one I feel is better. But we'll go through them both. Let's do Mara first. So Mara looks like above. What is this? So here's the PMH. It's at 21.26. All the other levels from yesterday are already kind of down here. Even if you had the previous day high, it's still down here at 21. Clear resistance inside of this range. As you can see, after they dropped, they just kind of sat here. So this is a clear range that's already have a ton of volume in it. So if we were to sit here before a breakout, it would not be surprising again. So honestly, I probably will adjust this level a little. And I say that because if you go look, you can see opening price lines up with close. So that'd be a solid break below. So let's just say 20.90 for Mara. So above 21.50, below 20.90. Stop loss at 21.10. Target 20.60. By the way, this is why I said that was my stop loss, and this was my first target. Second target, I'll probably do that low at 20.11. And then 19.80. Above 2150. That looks pretty good actually. Above 2150, stop loss at 2130. So I'm giving about a 20-cent stop loss on Mara on both sides. Not meaning to do that, but that's how it lines up. And you shouldn't aim to do that every single time. But if you end up finding some sort of method that works for you, you end up finding something that says like, hey, you don't need to be in this. If it's a 40% stop loss on this type of ticker, blah blah blah, then don't play it. You know, so if you figure out a system for that, awesome. But overall, I'm not meaning to do that. Target after the break above 2150 of 2170, 22. All right, so we got Mara, and then let's do coin, because let's do both. Why not? As you can see, opening price almost lines up with closing. So let's just go ahead and mark this level here, and I like it because it's a good resistance before the breakout. Here's the support. Actually, let's do that. Here's the support of where it held before moving higher, and then here's kind of like the low of that day, so not the close, while having opening price mark. So you got a couple good levels here already. Let's adjust this one just a hair, put it above that previous day high. And yeah, it looks like everything else is inside of the range. Maybe add that level there. Yeah, let's see. So coin above 147.10. Stop loss at, can't say 146.75. It needs to be a little bit lower, in my opinion. We'll say 146.40. Target 148, 149, 150. Below 144.40. Stop loss at 145. I did it again. The stop loss above has 70 cents. This one has 60. So pretty close. Not meaning to do it again, just trying to find areas that make sense to me. They end up lining up math-wise. Awesome. Mark that, and yesterday's low. So first target after breaking 144.40, I would say it would have to be about right here at 143.50. Then 142.50. And you could say an in-between level here or just jump straight to 140.60. I think I'm just going to do that. So we have NVIDIA, Neo, Apple, Mara, Coin. Since we have a few more minutes before it's 8, would you guys want me to do one more ticker based on y'all's request? If you guys have a ticker to request, I'll just grab at the first one that I see and like. So let me know what ticker you guys want to see on the list. And while y'all do that, I'm going to post this list so chat at least has it, and then we'll do that one together. Meta platforms with a neutral rating and a 223 target, Apple with a neutral rating 184 target, Amazon with a neutral rating and 3000 target, and Disney with a buy rating and 177 target. So a bunch of new ratings by Rosenblatt today. Nice. Let's see, what tickers you guys throwing out? Maybe AAL? And yeah, we could do AAL maybe. So initially, so far, I do like them for continuation down to at least 18. But you can see in the after hours, we didn't break anything lower yet. So let's go ahead and mark that low, because that's going to be very important to us, seeing a new low be made based on the patterns. Mark that previous day high. Mark this previous day lower high. So we have already kind of an initial range. I now know if this level breaks, AAL is most likely going to 18. If this level breaks, I have a clear target ahead. So AAL is already kind of done and easy, based on those bigger time frames too, guys. So don't make things harder than you guys. Remind yourself what's on the bigger time frame, and it will help you out. Like on this day, after seeing such a heavy sell-off, going to that next day, seeing it open red, that's bad. But you're most likely going to go test that next support or the 9 EMA. This candle ends up doing both. Again, right now, afterwards, being Captain Hindsight, it's very easy to point these things out. In real time, it is not that easy. It is very, very, very hard. Seeing something open green like right here, you got kind of a rounding bottom right at support. It ends up gapping up with the kind of a J-hook, Morningstar kind of look to it. Bullish golfing, gap up with the long-legged doji, kind of gravestone style, and then it gaps up. This day opening green is a rule that if this opens green and pushes higher over whatever next level, it will most likely continue on. That's what this day did. We get a kind of some profit taking. We get a gap down bearish kicker. Again, most likely just part of the profit taking. It's not saying this is going to zero. So you now know under a new low, or this day's halfway point, you can target that lower level at 18. That's just based on the bigger time frames, helping out with this, the patterns. So yeah, AAL, that was pretty easy actually, but also really, really helpful because it kind of makes you go to the bigger time frame, down to the smaller, and go, oh, okay, this is what I need to be looking at. As you can see, opening price is about right here. So I'd say above 1890, look for possibly 1910, possibly higher. If it breaks and just kind of range trades, don't do anything, of course. But if it breaks 1850, definitely expect downside, possibly that 18 level that we were looking at on that bigger time frame. So I hope you guys all enjoy the stream. If you guys are in here and you're a part of the Discord server, pay attention to the Bueller Buys channel or BB System channel. Again, we're going to be looking at this for alerts, just like we did last week and the week before and the week before that. So I'll see you guys in there. There's no stream today in the Discord. But again, look out for those alerts. We're going to be taking some trades, calling out some stuff. If you guys need any charts or anything broken down more, please reach out to me. DM me. I send private videos to people all the time. Again, it takes time, but I do it. But reach out. Ask for help. Take responsibility in trading. But thank you guys for being here. Please leave a like on the YouTube stream. And I appreciate everyone, seriously. Make sure to go thumbs up on this video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. But I'll see you guys later on, and I hope you guys enjoy. List last time. And yeah, I'll see you guys.